Welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. The Cecil County Health Department is currently exploring options for the implementation of a comprehensive harm reduction program. What is that, and how does it fit into the county's response to the opioid crisis? Here to talk about that are Carroll and Mike Massuli from the Cecil County Health Department. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Allison.
Katie, what is a comprehensive harm reduction program?
So harm reduction is a set of practical strategies used to improve the quality of life. Sometimes it reduces the negative consequences of a certain action. So my role at the Cecil County Health Department, I'm a certified peer recovery specialist. I work out on the front lines a lot of times. I'm infiltrated into the community, into a lot of the outreaches that we have. So what I've noticed is we have a lot of services, we have a lot of community resources, we have a lot of community-based organizations, and we have a lot of people in need. What we are in need of also is something to bridge that gap so that more people have access to services. So the way a harm reduction program would work in Cecil is peers like myself would go out to help these individuals access these services.
Can you talk a little bit about the syringe exchange program in particular? What is that?
So syringe services is just one aspect of a comprehensive harm reduction program. And as Katie said, harm reduction services are those services that can help reduce the consequences to the public and to individuals of certain behaviors. Syringe exchange would simply be providing unused syringes to folks who were using intravenous drugs or who are using syringes for any kind of a health condition. The idea being is that unused syringes will help reduce the spread of infectious disease and reduce the risk of development of very costly, both financial and health-wise, abscesses and other types of personal injuries.
And why is this type of program, the entire program, why is this a good fit for Cecil County?
Well, Cecil County for the last several years has put a lot of work and effort into developing a very comprehensive response to the substance use issue. That includes, over the last several years, a significant expansion in prevention services, trying to reach youth before they start using. Treatment services, there's more treatment availability in Cecil County and access to treatment outside of the county than there ever has been. Recovery support, Katie mentioned being a peer recovery specialist. We've seen the recovery community in Cecil County really grow and become visible. And public safety, our law enforcement and our other first responders have done a fantastic job of being part of the solution to substance use. Harm reduction isn't replacing any of that. It's just an addition, or it's helping to augment the county's response. So a few years ago, the state changed law that it would allow these types of services outside of the city. The county, Cecil County, decided to explore the viability of services here, and pretty intentionally and methodically, we spent the better part of the past year exploring would a comprehensive harm reduction program benefit Cecil County? And overwhelmingly, through a lot of interviews with key stakeholders and potential participants, we found that it most likely would benefit Cecil County.
Can you help us connect the dots between the opioid crisis and the potential benefits of a comprehensive harm reduction program? Sure,
and there's a bunch of ways to answer that, and Katie may have some things to add as well. One of the things that comes to most people's minds is overdose. A harm reduction program is a way to engage with folks who may not be engaged in other services to provide resources like access to Narcan, information about treatment and recovery, connection with folks in recovery, like Katie said, to help move them toward treatment and into recovery to reduce the risk of overdose. We also saw in Cecil County an increase in hepatitis infection rates over the past couple of years, which are a precursor for a spike in HIV rates. That can be very costly, both health-wise and financially, to the community. Syringe services and harm reduction is a way to reduce those types of health consequences. One of the figures that we talk about is a 7-cent syringe could potentially eliminate the need for $400,000 worth of lifetime hepatitis treatment.
Right. Is there anything else that you think people should know about this program at this time?
So being a certified peer recovery specialist and going out into the community, the philosophy of harm reduction is being able to meet people where they're at, but not leave them there. As a person with lived experience from substance use, I think what I represent is the potential benefit of what this program could have saved me from, as in criminal justice system involvement, which after 6 years is still kind of a barrier. Also some health issues that wouldn't have been an issue if I had access to services before and if I had been engaged in treatment before.
Harm reduction is augmenting or adding to the services that the county's already done, expanding prevention, treatment, recovery support, and public safety. There's overwhelming science and evidence to prove that these types of services can improve the overall public health. And the third point being that harm reduction is a way to engage folks who are not currently connected with our system. It's a way to bring them in and offer other services. Like Katie said, it's meeting people where they are but not leaving them there, always offering that next step for improving health.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. And
Could I mention?
Yes.
Anybody who's viewing, we would encourage you to visit rewriteyourscript.org. It's a website made by Cecil County for Cecil County, full of information about all the services we talked about: prevention, treatment, recovery support, how to access them. So please visit.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.